how do you and your company like approach brainstorming and ideation? Because I think it's important. I think a lot of people struggle with that.
It is a struggle, and it shouldn't, and actually it shouldn't be. I think what we're all guilty of.
Mm,
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd turn that off. What we're all guilty of is that a job comes in and you get the brief,
yeah.
such as it is. That's 5 lines, and you're going, "Don't." But there's that awful pressure.
What would that brief look like? Out of curiosity.
We want to create a film that highlights our so and does that, and then they've already written it themselves by saying, and we want to interview 150 people, within their offices,
Yeah.
and then put it together for bits for social. The only bit now is the new bit is social media.
Yeah.
Immediately put social media on there as if that makes it suddenly hit, and we take that up and we go, thanks very much for that one, and we put it to one side, and then we write our own brief
Okay.
saying this is what it is. I think the pressure on people to come up with ideas is that classic. I mean, I come from that sort of advertising agency bit where when a new commission came in or we were pitching for something or whatever it is, we all would sit around a table. There would be 6 or 7 of us
Yeah.
knocking around ideas, thinking about ideas, throwing them away. But then often we were left to our own devices. And I've come up, and so has Chris, have come up with better ideas at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
or having your first cup of coffee in the morning at home, or taking the dog for a walk, where you
Yeah.
suddenly go, oh, actually, that's quite a good idea. Or you're watching a film or a TV show, and something, just one little thing happens, and then that suddenly starts to grow.
Yeah.
And the awful thing is, and there are lots of people who think the same way, is that all the great stories have been told. There is nothing new or original at all. There isn't. That's my personal feeling. I'm sure I'll get shouted down for that one. But there isn't anything original. It's all been done before. And if you look back, which God bless him, my dad taught me, you look back, to silent movies, and he was
Yeah.
a great silent movie aficionado. You'd sit there going, Jesus, they were doing that then, but they were doing it in camera. How the hell did they do that? It
Well,
must have
so
been.
David Pullen, who introduced us,
Yes.
the king of storytelling. I mean, he. I had him on the podcast recently, and he was talking about how a lot of our storytelling techniques go back to ancient Greece and
Yeah.
the philosophers there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be you shouldn't be, not saying nick it completely. I had an argument with somebody the other day, with an agency, who wanted us to do something using something. And I said, you can't do that because that's somebody else's copyright. Oh, they
Yeah.
won't see it. And then we went, I'm really sorry, but perhaps you ought to find another production company to do it, because I'm not actually physically stealing somebody else's work and putting it in a film for a commercial purpose. You can do it for a pitch
Yeah.
if it's, because you're sitting in a room with 5 people.
Oh, they wanted you to clip something from someone else's.
Yes, from a well-known situation comedy,
Oh, okay.
and intercut it with, and I went, you can't do that. One, the actors, the writers, it's owned by it. I'm just not doing it. It's the awful thing with clients. It's a bit like Google,
Yeah.
is the fact that you've had it, everybody's had it, when they go, can't you just get it from Google? And you go, no, I can't. That's just a platform. It just points you at the
Yeah.
thing. I can't use that picture of Ant and Dec
Well,
in a.
I guess
Sorry.
on social media. No, sorry, I was going to say on social media, lots of people do it, and they're young kids who are putting out a funny viral video, right?
Yeah.
And they will quite happily just pinch something because there's no, I don't know if there's any recrimination or not, but I guess when you're at a professional level and you're putting out professional content,
Yeah.
the risk games change a bit, don't they?
Yeah, the bit, you don't want to be. I mean, it's like commercial music, that we get it all the
Mm,
time. Oh, I'd like this. Oh, I'd like so singing at this point.
yeah.
I think we should end with Adele. And you go, I don't think Adele will be very happy about that one. Thanks very much. I can't put commercial music in
Unless you pay her a few grand,
unless
10,
you pay,
20
yeah,
grand.
quite a lot of
Yeah.
money for Adele to be singing, or even a cover. So it's a rabbit hole, and you can't go down it, because you try and be as professional and you keep your reputation going. But
Yeah.
but it is hard because it is all out there, and because it's all floating around out there, everybody thinks that it's all free, and actually it isn't, guys. That
No.
belongs to somebody else. That is just literally a way of pointing at a particular picture, or some
Yeah.
form of video. If you're doing it, as you say, if you're doing it on a TikTok, or you're doing it on your thing, but if you're monetizing it, it's a grey area where you're it's a very fine line you're
Yeah.
going. If you're, oh yeah, but I'm not making money out of it, and you, well, if you're on YouTube and you're getting money from advertising, so we don't. Simple as that, though. And any client that might listen to this, I'm terribly sorry, you can't have Adele, and we can't put Leonardo DiCaprio in any of your films to
Yeah.
promote something. It's not going to happen.
No.
Sorry,
Okay.
I do rang on a bit, don't I?
No. I've had it before with agencies. It's funny.